There's that familiar music.
I love it.
Good morning. Curt and Jen in the morning. This is our podcast. Thanks for being here. Remember, if you feel like it, even if you don't feel like it.
We would really love if you would share, like, subscribe, follow.
All of the above, yeah. And particularly subscribe because it's free. How many subscriptions do you get for free?
What does that mean? It just means that you'll be alerted, like it kind of shows up at the top of your list when we post something new, which is every weekday.
Every weekday. Thank you very much. Look at us bragging on that.
Little something for you each day.
Did you get out and see the Twisters movie this weekend?
No, I did not. But it is mega. It has made the list of best disaster movies of all time.
Let me ask you this also. Are you interested in seeing the Twisters movie?
You know, I am probably going to wait for it to come out on video.
All right. That sounds good. Yeah, as you mentioned, we were talking about off air, disaster movies. I didn't even know they kept track of a list of disaster movies.
I didn't even know. I couldn't even tell you a disaster movie. I was like, Curt, what is a disaster? Like, name one. And you started naming off like all bunch.
The Towering Inferno, Poseidon Adventure. Yeah, so those, it was like the top 5 that they had, Towering Inferno. And I know some of these are older.
I'd never even heard of that before.
Okay, it's a movie. There was an inferno on a tower.
Okay.
It was
Disco Inferno. Was it a Disco Inferno?
More than likely at some level it was. Poseidon Adventure, Twister, the original 1996.
I've seen that one.
Right. Then they put Twisters, the new movie.
That was the sequel to Twister.
Yeah, that's number 4 in the best disaster movies of all time. And then Armageddon was after that with that horrible song.
Do you not like it, really?
It's pretty sappy.
For love
an Aerosmith song.
I love
What's it even called? See, now I did it.
God, Curt, why do you do this to us?
I don't even remember. I don't even like that song.
I don't want to miss the thing.
Yeah.
Don't want to miss the thing.
Don't want to miss a thing.
You're welcome.
I could miss that song, though. Keep in mind, because it's going around a lot more now, perhaps, than before, with some of the changes that have happened over the weekend.
Changes politically, you're talking about. Okay.
You may be getting election text messages saying, hey, donate and help out your favorite candidate. Be careful with that.
Don't do it.
This is from the Better Business Bureau. They say if you get any unsolicited texts, text like that, you should not respond or click on any links.
Or give money.
Right. The safest way to donate to a candidate or a political party is to go to their official website.
Please.
Official.
Please don't get scammed.
Right. You know what? I was actually very... You know what that does? That makes me...
Excuse me.
I'm very sus of that text.
Oh,
sus.
My gosh,
now,
Curt.
we're going to get into the story, and then I want to share something about that particular slang word.
Here's the thing, Alexa, hey, Alexa, translate this.
Right.
She now knows, I love she, and maybe they know Gen Z slang terms now, like sus, riz, and ick. So they translate into a bunch of languages.
Well, the feature...
now this.
Yeah, now Alexa can teach you how to talk like a Gen Zer is what they're calling it. But it's basically a new slang. But it does say, if you say, Alexa, talk Gen Z to me, she'll spit out some slang with the definition.
Like what? Do you have some examples?
Well,
please?
The first one is when
please tell me
you just said sus. And that, in Britain, and I know this because some of those early punk songs that I like, they use the word sus a lot. I'm going to suss that out because they use it differently. It's like
I was going to say that is not what sus means.
I'm a little bit it's suspicious, so I'm gonna look into it and find out. So I need to suss out what's going on with that new neighbor or something.
Well,
like
ick means disgust, which that's pretty obvious.
T means gossip.
You said sus means suspicious.
Mid means mediocre. Oh, that's mid.
That's mid.
So
I guess
middle of the road or something. And riz, of course, charisma.
Yes.
But I like the other ones here because they actually have ways to use them in a sentence.
I do like
I'm not going to use any of these for the record. Or if I do, you point out that I'm using it and say, don't do that.
Why, Curt? I want to hear you say drip.
It feels like it changes. Drip. It feels like it changes, with the season. But
my girls taught me this one because they're
drip.
like, he's got lots of drip. I'm like, what does that even mean? Because in my world, if he's got drip,
it's bad.
You better go to the doctor.
That's right.
You better go to the doctor fast.
Drip. It says trendy, high class fashion. Like, did you see that guy's watch? He's got drip. Never saying that. I guess math isn't mathing. Oh, I'm sorry.
This means things aren't adding up.
This math isn't mathing.
It means things aren't adding up.
All right, so that's mathing. All right. Ate, spelled A-T-E. Go for it. Now, to me, I'm going to say, I just ate those chips.
My daughter used this the other day. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, that outfit is ate. She's eating that outfit. What?
Used to praise someone for doing something well or with style, like you just said. You ate with that outfit.
Oh, man.
That's just dumb.
No, it's not.
It's giving. Here's the phrase. It's giving. Used to describe a certain vibe that you're giving off. Use it in a sentence, Jen.
I love your outfit. It's giving Beyonce.
Wouldn't you follow that with vibes? You're giving Beyonce vibes. No, see, the guy said slang, so it's even shorter still.
I mean, I would just say it has a lot of Beyonce vibes to it.
This one is also...
Mother, someone who's iconic or like a mentor.
The example Alexa says is, Rihanna is mother. That's just no. And I know, you know what happens? These sound silly at first, but then they get used for a while. And then
it's
very common. And I go back to when I was in, I'm going to say, high school. It was choice. That is so choice.
Yeah.
Remember that?
That's a good one.
Well, it's gone, thankfully.
Air. I still like it.
A-I-R, spelled air, to intentionally ignore someone.
Why is he airing my messages? So it's different. So like ghosting?
I suppose.
Ghosting.
Air. And finally, in your blank area. Era. Sorry. Your blank area. Ooh, I don't want to talk about that.
Don't do it.
In your blank era, a period of time marked by something distinctive like in my self-care era. Or
oh my God.
I'm in my never going to use any of these words era. That's the era I'm in.
Don't make me laugh. It makes me cough.
I hope that was helpful. I don't know how.
And now we know.
Yes.
Kurt, now we know.
Oh, thank goodness. We can't go into this one next.
I love that we're following it up with the cringiest dating app text. Like,
this is all you.
Hey, sexy, send pics and eggplant emoji. Listen, if you send any of those words or the eggplant emoji when you're first trying to date someone, like on a dating app, like if it's your introductory message, forget about it. It's too cringy. Like, people are just going to ignore it. Like, you're gross, delete.
Well, Jen Pirak, why would they be cringy at an eggplant emoji? Do share.
Because, Kurt, because you don't know this, an eggplant is the symbol for male anatomy. That is what we're going to say.
Like my arm?
Yes, like your arm.
Or my chest?
You wish it was that long. Yes, like your arm.
All right.
So these are the things that people might put in a text message where other people are like, no. Don't do this.
Bad idea.
Yeah. So send pics. Literally just saying send pics.
This is for dating apps, right?
Specifically dating apps.
So the eggplant emoji near the top of the list, it's not number one. How about these 5? Send pics, right? That's what you said. Send pics. 45%, about half of people said that's one of the rudest or cringiest things you can say.
Because why would you say that? It was one of your first messages that you sent. Send
pics.
And usually when you say send pics, it's not just your school picture.
Did they want to see their eggplant? Mm-hmm. God. All right. The eggplant emoji was second on that.
I have to tell you this. I have never received, I am just an eggplant pic.
Okay.
They use something else. I'm trying to be family friendly.
Right.
But many of my dating friends have, and I'm like, not that I want to receive one, but like, why haven't I received an unsolicited one?
I'm not sending you one.
I'm not.
That's what you were just asking.
No, I wasn't.
That's, you know what? If whatever you want to do, once you're dating, even dating for a while, or certainly if you're married or whatever, sure, do whatever you want.
I still caution you about sending pictures, because if something goes sideways, they will haunt you. They will come back and haunt you. Mark my words. Okay.
Yes,
anyway, a few others that are high ranking is "You're so hot," spelled HAWT, which I don't even really understand that.
And these are cringy texts when you're first dating or when you're on a dating app.
What are you wearing as an introductory text? Mm-hmm. No.
Did it? Oh, no, this is just an old, terrible pickup line.
Go ahead.
Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
You're such an angel.
God.
What?
How about, do you like bad boys? Or bad girls, depending on who's texting.
Or hey with multiple Y's. And here's the one that actually got me. Mm-hmm. Because in my world, in Jen Pirak's world.
Oh, no.
DTF is Din Tai Fung.
It's a restaurant in Seattle.
Din Tai Fung is DTF.
So if
I say to the girls, hey, you want to go to DTF?
Yeah. And they're like, Mom,
Well, no, because when they were younger, they wouldn't know any better. And I didn't know any better until recently.
But now you have to explain DTF.
Down to F. Insert the F word that we should not be saying. I love that word, by the way.
With it. DTF?
No, the F word, but not for the podcast. But that's what it means. So if someone's saying, hey, want a DTF, are you DTF? Mm-hmm. It's not, hey, are you Din Tai Funging it right now? It's
no,
something
it
else.
turns out
Are you down to...
It's not the Thai food. It's the...
something else.
What are we doing here? Now we're going on to what we were talking about yesterday.
Well, because the only reason we're revisiting what we talked about yesterday is because we asked people what fast food is missing from this list. Because USA Today asked their readers, which I think is pretty legit, what are the top fast food restaurants?
And we're just going to go through this very quickly because we want to hear you. And some people actually did say some that were on the list, but the list, and this is in reverse order from 10 to 1, Arby's, Zaxby's, which we don't even know, Popeyes, chicken, okay, Taco Bell, Captain D's, which is a seafood place in not around here, but around the country, Hardee's, which we decided is basically the same as Carl's Jr.
Okay.
In-N-Out.
Yep. Chick-fil-A, KFC, and Taco Del Mar top the list.
Right.
Or not Taco Del Mar, I'm sorry, Del Taco.
Del Taco. And I'm going to get corrected on this, so I had to say it's Carl Jr.'s. I don't think it's Carl's Jr. I'm not sure. Anyway, want to get it right.
Okay.
So those were the top 10 according to USA Today.
And the big surprise was the fact that classics like Wendy's, McDonald's, and Burger King and Subway were not on this list.
For whatever reason.
But there were other ones that did not make the list, probably because it's so like a regional thing. Like for me, what? Taco Time is not on the fast food list? Like I freaking love Taco Time.
Is that Seattle only, or is it like in the PNW? Is it like in also Portland?
No, I think it's only in the Pacific Northwest. There might be one or two over on the east side of the mountains, but I'm pretty sure it's only like around here.
And that's if you've not had Taco Time, leave the opportunity. Highly recommended. Because
anytime is Taco Time.
That must be their old commercial, huh? Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay. What did people say, though?
We got responses on your favorite fast food restaurant. Sonia said she agreed that Chick-fil-A, because we didn't have them here for a long time in Seattle, and once it opened, I don't know if this is the case everywhere, but this is insane that they had to bring in off-duty police officers to direct traffic. People were going crazy.
Bananas for chicken.
Yeah, they were. I mean, because the lines to get in were like half a mile long or whatever. So that's Chick-fil-A, very popular. Laurel said if I had to pick one, is Ezel's Chicken.
Oh, yeah, Ezel's is real good.
Do they have a drive-through? Does that count as fast food?
No, I don't know if it counts as like that's what I was thinking actually yesterday after we talked about this. What constitutes fast food? Because someone said on this list Chick-fil-A. Excuse me. And I was like, not Chick-fil-A, but Chipotle. And I was like, is that fast food?
They have a drive-through.
I know.
I guess maybe if takeout is like their big deal, their main thing.
Okay, then Ezel's. Most people take out at Ezel's.
That's what we're deciding right now.
Chicken.
That's what makes it fast food.
Ezel's Chicken, just for reference, if people don't know this, they were made famous by Oprah Winfrey.
That's true.
It's a local Seattle thing. They've expanded for sure, but Oprah had their chicken at some point when she was here, and then started having it flown in and the whole thing. So
Lyndon says Burger King. All right.
She said Whopper Jr., but we're pretty sure that means Burger King.
Danielle agreed with you on Taco Time.
Mm-hmm. Yay,
Taco
Danielle.
Time. Jody Boder, Taco Time in Burgerville.
With Arby's not far behind. I don't know what Burgerville is.
Burger Master?
No.
Okay. All right, Burgerville. So there's one. We don't have to know them for people. No. Gerald said Wendy's, which is where he met his wife at the Renton location. She was my cashier.
Oh, that's cute.
That's a good love story. Randy. Oh, I said yesterday because In-N-Out Burger was on the top 10 list from USA Today of best fast food restaurants, and I said I don't get In-N-Out Burger. I finally had it in Vegas, and I thought meh. And Randy's like, I'm with you, Curt. In-N-Out. I don't get it. But he also says, and this is probably true, whatever chain you grew up with is what you crave. For my parents, it was White Castles.
That's a good one.
And some people only know about White Castles from the movies.
And for him, it's Steak and Shake, which I've never even... I've
might be more in the South and Midwest. Steak and Shake. I think Midwest and South.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Good one, Randy.
Oh, Habit Burger Grill. Okay.
I know of a location. Is the Ballard, Washington location?
No, they have many.
Okay.
Habit Burger has many locations.
Jennifer, I'm not a big fast food person, but locally, Arby's and Chipotle are the best.
And when they're traveling, in and out for the animal style cheeseburger. I don't know what that is. And she also mentioned Raising Cane's, and I was like, yes.
What's Raising Cane's all about?
Chicken.
Yeah?
It's chicken, and it's good.
Chicken in the
South.
Good. Raising Cane's.
And she also said Hattie B's, but I've never heard of that.
I don't know what that is either, but good for you. Thanks for chiming in there. And also, a different Sonia said Burger Master. That's a local, what would you call that? Because it's a drive up. Where,
you drive up and park your car, and they come out. They used to come out on roller skates.
Yeah, one of those things.
Get your order, and then go back, and they have little trays that sit on your window. I like that.
Sonia also likes Kid Valley, which is a biggie. That's one of the big ones here.
Yeah, I love that.
I think that also
That's
is
local.
Just in Seattle.
It's local.
And Becky, thank you. Her favorite is Taco Time. Looks like Jen Pierre gave that a heart.
I did.
On Taco Time. So
yummy.
Still up for you to chime in on and comment if you feel like it, your favorite fast food restaurant.
So I feel like I failed you yesterday because yesterday was National Brain Day. And Curt and I don't do a whole bunch of like those national days because every day there's a national day. But for Brain Day, it was World Brain Day.
That's a big deal then.
And it was all about like making sure that you're keeping your brain healthy, which is,
Important.
The gateway to all things.
The gateway to all things.
For your being.
So, and I did not know this, it makes sense, but the brain does not replace neurons that are damaged or destroyed. So, once they're gone, they're gone.
And it's important to take care of them. And this is the way that you can take care of your overall cognitive function and overall well-being. Ready?
Yes.
I mean, some of these, like we said this, like staying active, eating right, staying socially connected, like we feel like are on so many lists, and they are on this list.
Right. The top 3 are stay physically active, eat a healthy diet. But for your brain, I think in particular, the omega-3 fatty acids, right? The fish stuff.
Yeah.
And that's for your whole body too, I suppose. But it says particularly beneficial for brain health, omega-3 fatty acids found in fish, flax seeds, and walnuts. All right. As you said, staying mentally active, getting adequate sleep.
Staying mentally active, though, what is that? What does that mean?
Things that stimulate the mind, reading, doing puzzles. You love
like learning new things. Okay, got it.
Playing
Okay.
strategy games is a big one.
7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. I suck at that. I get 4 to 5. I do. I only get like 4 to 5 hours of sleep, and I need to be better because it's
my
not
thing
good.
Sometimes it's not. I just don't get quality sleep. I mean, I might be. I had sleep apnea. I don't know if I don't think I still have it, but I did one of those sleep tests, which is weird.
Did you get one of the Snuffleupagus machines?
CPAP, yes.
You did,
but it didn't seem to. The big thing was I just lost some weight and it got better, which is I think
good
a big
for
part
you.
of it.
That's better for all around.
And then I put most of it back on.
Okay, adequate sleep, manage stress, stay socially connected, maintaining relationships with friends and families, join clubs, just being around people. Protect your head, people. There are so many people that I see riding bikes and motorcycles without helmets, and it's killing me.
I remember growing up. I don't know if when I was growing up, if I would have gone to a store and said, I need a bike helmet, if I could have even got one. They'd like, well, here's our motorcycle helmets.
Didn't. But when we were younger, they didn't have, that wasn't such a thing. And now they know the risk of head injuries.
So that's a good thing.
So that's why
Finally, limit alcohol, avoid smoking, and stay hydrated.
Let me drink some water right now.
There's an example of staying
I'm going to take care of
hydrated.
my brain.
Do you feel any smarter?
No. Curt, you and I bring up the average of this. Go ahead.
The next topic, Americans spend 54 hours every year online shopping, which to me is like, that is really low.
That's easy. What?
54 hours a year?
That's just over an hour a week.
We must be, and sometimes you have to check yourself because you're like, everybody does
yourself?
this.
You check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Are you done?
Yes.
We just assume that everybody like us, like, I'm on Amazon 3 or 4 hours a day or whatever. So that is not the case. We just assume everybody has a smartphone, and that is also not the case. Everybody has, access to all the cable TV channels, and a lot of people don't. But in this case, I still think 54 hours every year online shopping is low.
I think it is too, because just during holiday time when I'm supposed to be buying gifts, I spent a lot of time online.
You just were shopping for something a few minutes ago.
Prime Day?
Well,
shopping for things.
Prime Day, you're on 24/7.
Yeah.
That's when you're not getting your quality sleep because you're on Prime Day stuff, getting the deals.
Right.
About 3/4 of people consider themselves savvy online shoppers, and more people put an emphasis on an item's price than its quality.
I got to have both. I mean, I got to have the quality and the price.
It depends. It's like for me, I don't know if this applies to everybody. There are certain things you're like when I'm going to get a guitar, it's like, I want that. It's a Gibson custom shop guitar. It's expensive. I know that.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm going to get. Yeah, there's all these other less expensive guitars. This is the one that I want. It has the features that I need, blah, blah, blah. But
so it depends on the item.
Yeah, for like everyday items, it's like, okay, I need to go get a water bottle. That might be, okay, whatever one is on sale.
Not for me. It has to look pretty.
It has to look pretty. And
that one's the ice shaker model.
Ice shaker.
It was on Shark Tank.
Was it on sale when you bought it?
Mega.
Okay,
half off, Curt.
Well, see, that's a big thing.
I love that.
Half of people claim they never pay full price for anything, and they'll just wait until there's a deal.
And I rely on others. This is the thing. 8 in 10 people love sharing the deals they bought with others. That is very important. I was disappointed with my roommate, Jackie, who on Prime Day got these really, really cute sandals that were a really good brand. I'm forgetting what the brand is now, but it was a really good brand, and they're very expensive for $25 US.
Wow, that sounds like it was US dollars.
It was a mega, mega, mega sale on those sandals, and she did not tell me. I'm like,
I was kind of stuck because
come on.
Jen had been saying, I want to get a pickleball net. Okay, I need to get my own pickleball net to have, because when we play pickleball, we're using a friend of yours.
Well, we're using Pickleball Rick's pickleball net.
We're just borrowing it.
Yeah, he's letting us use it.
So Prime Deals had a deal on the actual same exact net
or something like that. Is that what it was?
Yeah. Jen's like, I gotta stop spending money. I don't want to spend any more money. I need to start saving money. And I'm like, well, but this is the pickleball net she wants, and it's on sale. So I sent it your way.
And I checked it with Pickleball Rick, because Pickleball Rick will sell those nets. And he said, buy it from Amazon. That's a great price.
That's a great price.
Don't buy it from me, buy it from Amazon.
But then, of course, the next day, I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for, why did you send me that thing?
I know, but I did buy it.
All right.
I can't wait to use it.
Do we want to talk about this next topic or not?
Yes! Are you kidding me? This got my attention.
I'm watching the clock as to how long we've been talking.
Here's how you calm actors down when they get aroused during a sex scene.
I just read an article. This was with Kate Hudson, Goldie Hawn's daughter, and they asked her this thing: how do you not get aroused during a sex scene? And she's like, well, there's a bunch of people around, there's a bunch of cameras around, and then there's a what do they call it? The sex. Intimacy coordinator as well. So you don't usually get aroused just because you're in that. But I'm like, how can you not? Maybe it's just from a dude's standpoint.
Here's the thing is, and I've shared this with you, Curt, when we were talking about this, because I think that this is very interesting, because I think it's just a question that comes up, like, are these, like, how they must have a good connection? Like, look at the chemistry on screen that they have. Mm-hmm. Is when you start like kissing someone or whatever, your body, and this is scientific fact,
your body takes over.
Yes, your your brain's like, wait a second,
what's going on here?
Now my sexual organs are gonna do what they're supposed to do.
Were you waiting for that? I don't have that sound effect. Sorry.
Yes, and so you like, it's almost like you can't help it.
Yeah, I would think so.
Really?
Some people we know that some people who end up playing lovers on screen, sometimes they end up coupled up in real life. And I can see how that would happen, because your brain is, man, this person's awesome.
Yeah, like this is really like clicking. Things are clicking.
Now, according to an intimacy coordinator.
I kind of want to be an intimacy coordinator.
I want to be everything. Everything we read. An intimacy coordinator said, I'll tell the actors to do a few push-ups or jumping jacks. That moves the blood to a different location in the body, and we're all good. And I've also heard that the guys they call them belts, which I suppose that keeps things in check. I'm not sure what the belts are.
I don't know.
One of the jobs of an intimacy coordinator is to make sure that we are making everything on set be work or work related. It should never be about their personal relationship. It should be about the characters. Easier said than done. I think
so. I mean, if you were put on set with Jennifer Aniston, or Jennifer Gardner, and you have to do a love.
It is over. Sorry. Didn't mean to cut you short there, but.
Jennifer Gardner is his whole pass.
We all have our list.
It's his whole pass. Yeah. I don't have anyone that I feel that strongly about. I don't.
You don't have a whole pass. Oh, now you're just.
Hot firefighter Pat.
Yeah, my boyfriend's the only one for me in the whole world.
I mean, he does
like
all the things.
It's not like a Brad Pitt or a Matthew McConaughey or anything.
I mean, I think they're good looking, but I don't know. I'm more about the actual personal connection that I have with someone. That is true.
You may as well be reading that from a book. I am about the.
Okay, moving
on. This is completely different. 1 in 3 Americans think that they have a way to strike it rich.
I don't.
No.
I wish I did.
Short of winning the lottery, which I don't know if that's a fair way.
There was a statistic about that there's a lot of people that think that they're going to win the lottery. I think it was like 2 in 10
people
feel in their bones that they're going to one day win the lottery. The statistics don't work, and those numbers don't work out.
Because we used to always share the lottery numbers when we were back, working at the radio station. We would, okay, well, here's the lottery numbers from last night, or the super jackpot. What's it called? The Mega Millions, right?
Yeah.
And so we let people know about that. But then, so you look at the odds, and yes, you or I could win the lottery.
They literally say your odds of getting struck by lightning is greater than winning the lottery.
Or ending up in a love scene with Jennifer Garner. Probably off the same odds.
Curt?
See, I brought it back.
That would be winning the lottery. That would be like winning the lottery for you.
I'm only interested in my beautiful wife, Dana, who's right there in the other room, probably listening. Of course. But yeah, so people think that this is like a third of Americans say they have an idea. They get an idea that could one day make them wealthy. There are plans. They have like a business idea, or maybe they have a blockbuster movie script idea, or a hot stock tip or whatever. But have you ever done this too? Why isn't there this? You're like,
yeah,
there should be this thing.
And then the next day you see it.
You search it, and there's 10,000 of people that are making this particular thing. So don't stop trying to come up with your great idea.
I said I don't have a great idea. There are times when I've had like, oh, this would be a great business idea. We should do this, or I should do this.
Do you have any top of mind?
Not right now. Our friend Randy has a great idea.
Are you going to share it, or will he be mad?
No, he'll be mad. I'm not going to. I really hope he puts it into production one day.
And he's checked and seen that this does not already exist.
It is. We even talked to an attorney about it.
Okay.
But we just never moved on it.
Fantastic.
Not fantastic, because we didn't move on it.
Well, move on it now, and I'm going to be nicer to Randy.
Okay.
Moving forward. All right.
All right. You had a little something that you want to know from people for tomorrow.
Yeah, this struck me the other day because people always talk about, going back in time, and if you could, and there's always this caveat that says, oh, I would go back in time with the knowledge I have now. So if like you have all the knowledge that you've gained since say 90. And then, here's what's going to happen to the stock market. Here's what's going to happen. There's going to be this company called Microsoft, blah, blah, blah. You go back to 1990 with that knowledge, and of course I would do it again. I make some changes.
Like Back to the Future movie.
Exactly.
Okay.
But if you had to go back in time and then you're plopped back into 1990 again with just the knowledge you had then, would you do that? Probably not. But why would you live all that crap again? It's going to be the same exact thing.
So what is it that you want to know?
What we want to know here... If you could go back in time and live 1 year of your life over again without changing anything.
So not having knowledge, you're not bringing knowledge back in time with you.
But you're just going back to relive a really good year.
What year would it be?
Year. What year would you pick? What would you pick and why? What year would you go back to of your life? Say,
like an example might be...
you know what? I met my wife when I was 23, my now wife when I was 23. It was a great year. Man, I'd love to go back and live that one again.
Okay.
It's like going back to Disney World again or Disneyland. You're like, okay. What would be different each time, obviously. But okay. So if you could go back and live 1 year of your life over again without changing anything, what year would you pick and why? What age, I guess, not what year. Well, but they'd be both. But you need to explain why. Not like it'd be 1999. That's not a good answer.
It was 1999 when I was 23 and I got to make out with Jennifer Gardner.
You were 23 in 1999?
Yes.
Yes, I was.
Thank you so much for going along these little adventures with us each day. We really appreciate you being here.
We do appreciate it very much.
We hope you have an awesome day. Make good choices, find joy, and spread that kindness.